Welcome to another video with TrialJoin. We'll be covering the schedule of assessments in a clinical trial. What this is a calendar of procedures necessary for the trial to be conducted. Schedule of assessments of clinical trials are basically an outline of all the procedures/assessments that will be done for a protocol/study. It serves as a good plan for you to implement at your site for the study. Often we see sites create a protocol calendar which they import into their CTMS or EMR systems. We highly recommend switching over to one of these digital systems if you haven't already, instead of a paper system, which can be quite tedious, as I'm sure we've all came to find out eventually. The structure of assessment varies between studies and protocols. They're never the same, so always keep your eye out. Even if you've had two that look very similar, the third one may be different. So remember, they're always different, and we'll give you a simple example on the next one how a schedule assessment is structured. So it is a list of procedures, as we had mentioned. The first part is usually a screening phase, which can run on for 2 to 4 weeks before there's the initial phase, which is where you bring in the patient and are able to randomize them. Typically studies will give you a nice screening phase to bring in the patient, screen them, and get them into a study, and then they'll give you a timeline where you can start randomizing patients, which will be synchronized with all the other sites conducting the study. And then you'll have a treatment phase, which is the baseline day one when you bring the patient in from randomization. That's when the patient comes in for a visit, and it's important to write this date down, which is required by protocol requirements. And then, of course, the schedule assessments can vary on how frequently the patient has to come in. It can be weekly, monthly, or every quarter, or maybe even once a year. It just depends on the study, so make sure you keep a note of that and get really familiar with the protocol and its requirements. A few other elements of a schedule assessments are the follow-up phase, which are after the study has been conducted for a patient. You're following up to see if there's any effects or any other events that you have to keep a notice of and report to the sponsor/CRO. And often they have footnotes on schedule assessments, which you'll have to keep a lookout for, and always remember to keep checking these. And then, so with our last page of the presentation, just to recap, schedule assessment is basically a calendar/plan of how the study should be conducted, and remember they vary from study to study, so keep an eye out for them. There's a randomization phase, and there's a follow-up phase. So it may get a little more intricate. Always refer back to your protocol to find out the details, and if you have any other further questions, feel free to reach out to TrialJoin or your CRO or sponsor if it's related to the study. All right, thank you.